What to do when the neighbor is really, 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 really noisy? What can I do? What can we do? All right. So I don't know how in the world. Why? Okay. So my neighbor is noisy. I cannot sleep. So what I'm going to do is we are going to talk about something. I don't know what is that something, but what can you do? My title is "What can you do when your neighbor is actually noisy?" Right? Now, tell me, what can you do when your neighbor is noisy? Ah, I'm glad that my I'm glad. What is that? Oh wow. I'm glad that my baby is actually uh, pretty good. Kasi I was a little bit like, bakit ako nahihilo kaninang umaga? So I'm a little bit worried. But when I took my, what do you call this? My BP, I think it's normal. It's normal, you know, and I'm happy with it. Anyway, my neighbor is um, noisy. So what am I going to do? I have already done most of the thing that I always wanted to do. The only thing that I have to do is like to do this, right? Now, um, I have the list. Do we have one over there and one over there, and just beside me is just the partition is the one that making the noise. But now I have the list here that we are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about, alam nyo ba yung ibig sabihin ng flower? You know, when you go outside, you will see all the flowers. And during May, now it's going to be like, what is this? Um, May going to be like summer, all right, and it is the flower blooming. See, so the flower, where's the flower? Okay, the flower will start to bloom its own. So that, and when you see a flower in the garden, diba, you're being excited with the colors and all of the beauty in it. There are some flowers that are ugly. There are some flowers that are beautiful. There are flowers that are okay, you know. But there are some people who are not fascinated with flowers. There are there are some flower. There's some not some flower. There are some people that is like, okay lang, yan, okay lang, di ba? Ganun yan lang yan eh, okay lang. But there are people who are fascinated with flowers. There are people who doesn't like it. There are people who say, okay lang, ganun lang. I'm talking about flower because flower makes things beautiful, attractive, sometimes gives life. Um, it sometimes it catches your own eyes. It's either ugly or bad or beautiful, gorgeous or whatever that you can call. All right, everybody is in a different way of explaining it themselves. Anyway, for me, the only thing that I would always wanted to talk is about yung mga OFWs sa Hong Kong. Every Sunday, Saturday, and Sunday, and every public holidays, you'll find them everywhere. What they do, it could be they are under the street, they are on the street, they are outside the street, dancing, eating, uh, doing fashion show, doing everything they can. They entertain themselves. And I call it as a flower of Hong Kong, these expats, domestic helpers, a flower because they give life to Hong Kong. Number one, they give life to the family, they maintain the family. What do you call this? The family house, the house, clean the house, make the house clean, presentable, cook for people, for the family, and they go out on the streets, perform everything that they will do, you know. Some are busy packing things, some are busy dancing, some are busy eating, some are everything that you can see on all the streets here in Hong Kong. There are some who are lying down on the under the bridge, under on the park. They were just like a bee that sprayed all over Hong Kong every holidays. And this gives life to Hong Kong people. You know, pustahan natin. Kung mawala itong mga katulong dito sa Hong Kong. And no, and another one is that yung mga amo, they go to work. They don't know how to take care of their own children. They don't know how to take care of the house. Maybe there are some employers do, but most of it don't even know. And they become crazy when the maid is not around the house. You know. Alam natin 'yan eh. Alam natin 'yan, 'di ba? Pag-uwi mo, tambak na yung mga ugasan doon sa doon sa banyo. Sa banyo, sa lababo. And it is your 24-hour holiday. But then you come home and then you cook. You come home and then you work. Still, postahan natin. Hong Kong is going to be depressed. And if these people will finally go home to their own homeland, Filipino, Indonesian, Sri Lankan, Thailand, whatever you can call them, and they will go home and only Hong Kong people will be leave behind, they will be depressed. As of now, there are a lot of people that you will hear suiciding, killing themselves, killing their own children. I'm telling you, Hong Kong is going to be depressed. I heard President Lee Kuan Yew before, the late Lee Kuan Yew. There was a question and answer of one Indian. He asked Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, he said, I don't understand why the government is still keeping Filipinos here in Singapore. You know? And they are in the same salary to the local people. Why don't we just send them home and employ our own people? You know what Lee Kuan Yew said? Well, that is the same question, and I cannot give you an answer. But something is special to these Filipino people. He said that. You know. Then I stand up and think about it. Maybe, maybe yes, yes. So all of a sudden I realized I'm sure God has a purpose. Why? And I read a book about diaspora of Filipinos. In that diaspora of Filipinos is very interesting because on how God has spread all over Filipinos all over across the earth, across the globe. I'm sure that I don't know which island, which country that Filipinos is at there. It seems like Filipinos is all over the country, all over the world, all over the globe, you know. Maybe even in the north and below of the globe, maybe Filipinos are already there. So why am I saying this? Because I believe that there is a purpose of God for us, especially here in Hong Kong. That Hong Kong finally one day, look at this on the street. But I believe that most Hong Kong people don't even understand. Only people who knows about the economy, or people of Hong Kong knows about the economy, people knows about how these things work out in their own country, they'll understand. Because you see, we send money. Not only Hong Kong government benefits, even the Philippines benefits. It's just like all the government all over across the world is just making money out of their own people. And then we buy goods here in Hong Kong and then send it back to our country. Who benefited it? It's the business of Hong Kong between government of Hong Kong and the Philippines. Right. Secondly, we buy gadgets. From Hong Kong, we buy gadgets all the time. And I see that everywhere. Third, we are not only buying gadgets, we also buy those yung load. Ilang bisis ka naglulod ng isang linggo? Ha? Pang internet mo, pang YouTube mo, pang call mo, pang ano? Ilang bisis ka naglulod ng isang linggo? How much money do you spend in 1 week? And then become 2 weeks, and then it become 3 weeks, and then 4 weeks. And then how many load that you're doing it for 1 month? And how much is your salary? Let's say 5,000. See, 1,000 is going to your load, or 500 going to the load per month. And then it goes to your gadgets, and it goes to your bills, or how much? And then you buy things for yourself, and then you buy things for your family, and then you send money to the family, cable and everything. So that means nothing is left. I don't know if everyone has uh, savings, because even including myself. And so that's what we're thinking today. That is the reason why. And if ever your employer will say something, kung minsan ang mga amo parang ano sila sabihin mo na. You know that I'm also that most of us are also contributing in this in Hong Kong. Mm. That's why they were willing to give us the park. They're willing to give us under the bridge. They're willing to give us that street. Why? Because there is no place to accommodate us. And they know that we spend money. If you go to Central, you go to Chunwan, you go to Shatin, you go to Kusui Bay, You go to Discovery Bay. You come here in Mifu. You come here in Lai Chico. You go everywhere. Oh man, it's really, 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 really. People are so busy, and you know what? I am so glad the other side is leaving now. So that is the reason why I am making this video while these people are making the mahjong out there. And I am so happy that now they left. What is the time now? It's 12 a.m. in the morning. And so that is happening here in Hong Kong. And I don't understand. The thing that I really don't understand is like there is a discrimination that is happening, but actually they are discriminating the people, the very least of the people that actually be bringing life into them, to their houses, into their country. That's why, in my conclusion, I would say, what if Hong Kong, if all these people will go home? I don't think so. I don't know. There is no life in Hong Kong anymore because the people don't know how to take care of their own children, don't know how to take care of their own life, don't even know how to go and throw away the garbage. And if Hong Kong still shut that border down there, then China is not coming in to buy their goods. No one is going to buy their goods. They buy themselves for themselves. So, ewan ko kung ano ang mangyari sa buhay dito sa Hong Kong kung wala talaga ang mga katulong. Anyway, this is it for tonight. And it's good morning. And I'm happy that they left. I'm not sure. There's another one in the other side. But this is for tonight. And I got to end this. What can you say about it? Comment below. And if you didn't subscribe yet, subscribe to this channel. Then you give me a suggestion. What are we going to talk about and discuss? Thank you. Thank you.